continue.
Yes, sir.
We're continuing on with Chad's introduction story. Just realized this first chapter is chasing Chad. I love that.
Yeah, I saw. I just saw that.
But yeah, we're keeping
I'll
on.
go chasing Chad. Sorry.
What's your general thoughts on what we covered here, Connor?
On volume 1 or volume 2?
Volume two, like I'll say so. This volume was basically two stories. It's the story of the Mod Soul later, and then first we get the story of like Chad and the parakeet. So what do you think of that?
I think Chad's my favorite character.
I forgot how hilarious it is. This
It's
is so
great.
what?
I said it's great. Like, it's
What?
nice to, like, read a manga and actually, like, enjoy what's, like, find what's going on, entertain,
Yeah, yeah.
and
Just
go, like,
it's
giggle. Like,
very
not, like, and chuckle a little bit. Like, enjoying.
it's lighthearted, and so many shonen, especially today, are so dark and edgy a lot of the times, and obviously there's a lot of dark elements in this too. I mean, they're fighting all these like tempered souls and like these
Yeah,
ghosts that
sad
are
things.
yeah. But then you got Chad who like it's clearly established that some characters can see ghosts and some can't, and so you got like Ichigo and
I
his
just like
siblings.
Chad's shirt.
Yeah, you got Ichigo's family and Rukia obviously can see ghosts, but Chad cannot see ghosts, so he's just kind of punching wildly at the air as he's fighting these hollows.
I feel like that's such a great way to describe, like, because that's what it is. But, like, he's just fucking swinging.
Oh, it's so good, and then yeah, just him and Rukia teaming up is fun. You get like hints of Rukia getting her powers back because she can still do like so and obviously they'll go more in depth in this later. So Soul Reapers have like they have like three main things. It's kind of like ninjutsu, genjutsu, and taijutsu, but
Okay,
but
thank you for describing it in a way that I could, like,
yeah,
I could
yeah.
break down
It's a
more.
good it's a good way to put it. Where like just like those, as the series goes on, they really only put emphasis on one of them. But like so, Soul Reapers have like their they have like their fighting techniques, like their like hand to hand combat, and like their like techniques where
Yeah,
they
yeah,
where
kind of like, obviously this comes way later in, like, just time, but horse is yelling outside my door. He's supposed to be in quarantine. What was I saying? I'm sorry, I got distracted by more screaming in my, not
you,
screaming, just how loud he talks.
I don't know. I'll keep
Um,
going and see if it comes back to you because like so you have
oh,
like
I remember what I was saying. It's just kind of like, I was saying, like, the different fighting styles is kind of like, and obviously this series comes way later down the fucking line, but like in Demon Slayer, like the different sword styles and stuff.
no. It's more like it. Like you should just listen to me. It's more like ninjutsu, genjutsu, and taijutsu, where everybody has all three, but like to different degrees. So like you have like main like kung fu esque fighting styles, and then you have what we see Rukia do in this binding spell, or sometimes it's called Keto, and they're basically like little magic abilities that the Soul Reapers can do by like turning their soul energy into like physical magic with words. Um, and she realizes she can do one of those, but like not very effectively because she still has like no spiritual pressure, spiritual energy at all. And
Oh, okay.
and then the third thing, which is like most comparable to like ninjutsu, because that's what like all power comes from, is like the Zanpakuto itself, their sword, and all the powers their sword has, which that will get very
Got it.
developed on later.
Okay, it'll be ridiculously with power and
Oh,
stuff later.
it
Okay.
gets crazy. It gets crazy. But but yeah, so Rukia might be kind of starting to get her powers back, but obviously not to a strong degree. To the point that Chad is better at fighting than her at this point.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You get Chad
Yeah,
tongue
no,
to his
okay, I get it now.
yeah, you get Chad tongue to his little parakeet friend. It's adorable. He sets him down.
I want a parakeet. It's like, it reminds me of a little parakeet in Minecraft we have in the house.
Oh yeah, I love that guy. That guy doesn't have a small child soul in him, though. I don't think.
I'd hope not.
Um, but yeah, you get this great Rukia Chad team up, arguably the best two characters.
Does that happen often in this series? Just Rukia Chad team ups or
No,
no?
no, I think this might be the only time. It's not a common like pair
That's
up.
so
I'll
upsetting.
tell you that. But now we see that Hollows can like be fairly intelligent, because like this one has a bunch of underlings working for it, and then
I mean, me.
you get the great moment of Chad just being the monster he is, just like basically one-handed, like he's using the other hand to support her, but basically one-handed picking Rukia up and just
And
chucking her.
yeah, just fucking yeeting her.
Like that's tactics right there.
I
Um,
mean, art of war, really.
Sun Tzu would be proud. But you got Rukia again, even though she has like basically no Soul Reaper powers right now, still like just fighting on the front lines, not caring how beat up she gets. It's great. But then we got the big boy himself, Ichigo, coming in to turn the tide
Stepping
back.
up.
Oh, Ichigo is such a good
You know when the
character.
main character shows up, shit's about to go down.
Oh yeah, we'll have to listen to it, or I might overlay it here if I remember, maybe not. But like Ichigo's theme song in the show is so good. Like it's not what you'd expect. It's not really like badass. It's kind of like, I don't know if I'd say hip hop, but it's like poppy, and it's got like lyrics. It's not just instrumental, but it's just like it's like it's a bop, and it gets you like ready to see a character like cool like Ichigo fight. I'll play it for you after this episode.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
Um, but then you got what do you think of? And I kind of forgot about this, and it's kind of not important later on, especially when they're spending less time like on Earth in like the human world. But how like Ichigo has to leave his body to get his Soul Reaper powers.
I don't know how I feel about that. Like if like it like I was gonna ask you, is that like a huge consistent thing? But it doesn't seem like it is from what you were just saying.
Yeah, like it
I don't
always.
like hate it, but like it just feels like a weird like.
It's a weird like complication. I mean, it does have important plot relevance at some points. Like the fact that because Rukia can't like maintain her Soul Reaper form, she has to be in like a fake human body like this whole time. And so
Yeah,
like that's very important. But and like that's why we'll get to the what do you call it, the mod soul part in a second, but you got Ichigo showing up to fight the guy and ask him about the parakeet, and we see how like manipulative this Hollow is, because he's talking about how he told the parakeet he could bring his mom back to life, which is really messed up.
especially yeah, it's a small child soul.
Yeah, yeah, he's all
Manipulation.
and we see that the Hollow was actually the guy who murdered his mom, which is even worse.
Even more fucked up.
Um,
Today's episode of How Messed Up is Messed Up. That's messed up.
Yeah, yeah. But then we got our boy Ichigo here to save the day, and he saves the day. Pretty easy. Like Ichigo is very strong compared to most
Does
Hollows.
that stay? Does Ichigo being ridiculously strong stay a consistent thing, or how does power leveling work in Bleach?
Ichigo is pretty insane. Well, it's one of those things. It's again, fairly easy to parallel to Naruto. Like he is not very, especially at this point. Like he has no training with a sword. He does not know like how to fight. He just has at this point. At this
Natural
point,
ability.
yeah. Well, not even natural, but because he took all of Rukia's ability, and Rukia was very high ranking in the Soul Society. So by accidentally taking all her power, he is very very strong.
Okay, okay.
So he's just kind of brute forcing his way. But like I think, and this is the kind of thing you get in all anime, but like I think even the average Soul Reaper is nowhere near Ichigo or Rukia's level, because like this guy is saying he's killed two Soul Reapers before, but like really Ichigo doesn't seem to have that much of a problem with him at any point.
Yeah, no, it seems like Ichigo is like, yeah, we can do this.
You get this. See, this is really interesting because this is something that isn't really explored at all. There's a movie that touches on this, but it's like a non-canon movie, like the Naruto movies. But well, we see the gates of hell in chapter 12.
Yeah, I know. I was wondering about that.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
like, I wonder if Lucas will explain why the fuck I just saw hell.
yeah.
I
Well,
wonder if that's relevant,
and
like
that
overall.
is because and Rukia explains it that like the Zanpakuto like cleanses the soul, and it usually lets a soul enter the soul society, which is like heaven. But since this guy was not just evil as a hollow, he was a serial killer in life. He is not gonna go to heaven. You just watch him head
That's a
over to
hot
through
take.
the gates of hell. So
Serial
that's
killers, all serial killers go to heaven.
and then just a giant tattooed arm comes out and stabs him. So yeah, that's how
I
that
mean,
story ends. But then
seems pretty.
we get the wholesome little the parakeet moves on to heaven, and can go reunite with his mom, and he thanks Chad before he goes.
The little man's moving on.
Is very very cute, and you get the cute little panel of like him like his ghost solemnly nodding and the parakeet solemnly nodding at the same time.
Oh, I love that little panel. Yeah,
Great stuff. Great stuff. Just again, like that. Yeah, very good balance of like cute and fun character moments and pretty dark dramatic stuff. But now we're moving on to the next like little story arc with one of my favorite characters in this whole series. Maybe my favorite character. In this chapter 13. No, not these two bratty kids. They're fine. Um, I feel kind of bad for the little girl. She seems to be like constantly abused by the little Naruto boy.
yeah, just a little bit.
Um, their backstory, like why these two seemingly human children, maybe they're mod souls. Nobody ever really explains it. We have no idea why they're living with this man, but I don't as and I don't think it's explained in like the last 30 chapters I haven't read. I don't think it's ever explained. So that's something.
Oh, cool.
Maybe in the
I
light
mean,
novels, who knows. But
that seems like the kind of thing where that would be covered.
we meet my favorite character, maybe in the whole series, but just look at this man's drip. Kisuke Urahara himself.
Yeah, what page? What page should I refer to for that?
Chapter 8 or no, chapter 13, pages 8 and 9. He's
Ah,
got
dude with the little hat.
yeah, he's got the hat. It's got the shade over his eyes. He's oh,
Yeah, I like him.
I love
I
this
didn't
guy.
mind. Is he pretty consistent?
Oh yeah. He is. He's a very important character because at this point, he is really the only connection we have to not necessarily the Soul Society, but kind of Soul Society info, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Because
no, that makes
at
sense.
this point, and this will be explained later, and it's very interesting, but at this point, we don't really know his connection to the Soul Society and Soul Reapers. We just know that he knows about
Oh,
Soul Reapers and he knows about Hollows. Um,
okay, interesting.
and Rukia has some weird system where she like gets money from killing certain Hollows, like extra dangerous Hollows, and she can
Ain't
spend that
nothing
money
but
with
bounty hunting,
Urahara.
Lucas.
But yeah, basically. Um, but then she picks up this soul candy stuff, which the idea of it, and I don't know if you got this because it is again kind of complicated. But the idea with the soul candy is it's a fake soul that kind of pretends to be the person while they're out being a soul reaper, so their body isn't just unconscious on the floor.
That wouldn't be convenient.
Cause like sometimes, like unironically, sometimes like paramedics find Ichigo's body and they're trying to like resuscitate him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, because he looks dead. He's like unresponsive until his soul re-enters his body. So it's kind of an
I
issue.
mean, one could argue his physical body is dead.
Yeah. I mean, there's no soul in it. But yeah, but this soul is kind of messed up. I think they call it a mod kompaku in this translation. I don't know about your physical copy, but in the show and how I always knew it was, it's just called a mod soul.
Yeah, yeah, I think it's Mod Kenpaku. I don't remember. I closed the book.
I see. But he's hopping all around. He finds Orihime and is very impressed. Um, but yeah, for a while these chapters are just kind of a runaround as the mod soul tries to escape in Ichigo's body. Well, Ichigo's like,
No, my buddy.
yeah, well, and he's just like he's running all around the school and people are seeing him. So Ichigo's like, Ichigo's got a reputation. He's kind of a cool guy. So this is not good for him.
Question for you: how much of Bleach have you seen as the anime? Have you
The
just read?
anime I watched through the Soul Society, and then I skipped the big first filler arc because it's like 80 episodes and it's supposed to be very, very not good. And then I watched like the beginning of the next arc.
Okay, because I was just wondering because it feels like sometimes there's stuff in like a manga that like this would feel real episodic and filler in the anime.
Well, the first season of Bleach is very episodic, but if you're going in expecting like pure unfiltered, unadulterated shonen like we've been getting recently with stuff like Demon Slayer and My Hero, you're not gonna enjoy it. But if you take it not like a shonen and take it just as like an episodic, fun, supernatural slice of life series, it's really a good time actually.
Okay, interesting. Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah, that's what it's going for
Because
here.
you
Like,
you gotta like and I like you gotta remember you got people at home and then just like as a general thing too like this is like an older series that's like completely
yeah, it's close to 20
you
years
know
old now. But I think it does a good like yeah, it's just it's much slower paced and it is episodic, but I think it works to its strength. It's just yeah, you have to have the right mindset going into it. But yeah, we just get him running around and then we get Rukia explaining what a mod Kompaku or mod soul is. And it's basically this is just like our first glimpse into how the Soul Society isn't like they're not necessarily the
the
super
best.
good guys. Yeah, they're, injecting artificial fighting spirits into dead bodies to use as
Ain't
weapons.
nothing but a thing, Luke.
It's not ideal. It's not exactly the nicest thing. Um, and then Ichigo's like, "Oh, I was gonna like beat this guy up for stealing my body, but that's pretty messed up that he was just condemned to die for being a mod soul."
It's pretty not base.
Um, you get Kisuke talking to the little girl who made this mistake by letting the mod soul out, and he gives her a little flick on the head like an Itachi little thing, and
Yeah,
then
yeah, I like that. I
and then
wonder like how many references are in like Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece to the other series in the manga?
very few direct ones, and like I mean I think this is before we. This is probably pre. I'm positive this is pre Itachi in Naruto.
Well,
So
obviously, this is like the start of Bleach, and it'd be like super early in
probably be
Naruto too. I was
Chunin
just
exams Naruto going on right now. I'd imagine, but I don't think there's very many direct. You're getting some. I think I told you about. There's references between One Piece and Naruto. The week of Naruto's final chapter, and then more recently in One Piece, you've gotten some ninja stuff, but it's just like general ninja stuff. I don't think they make really any direct references. And I don't think Bleach ever really directly references it. I don't know. They're not very. They don't do many direct. I know I've seen Luffy drawn in Tite Kubo's style before, and it's very weird.
yeah, I don't know if it'd look good.
I mean, I think as I remember, it's just kind of Ichigo with black hair and a straw.
Yeah, I hate that.
I mean,
Anyway, what
there's
else
worse things.
happened?
I don't know if you've ever seen Oda, One Piece's author, draw Goku. It's terrifying.
I'll have to look it up after this
Yeah,
recording.
but we'll keep going. We get so again, I love Kisuke. Kisuke's got his whole squad. He's got, his two child soldiers, the little girl and the little Naruto boy. And then he's got this weird bald man with a mustache who also obeys him. Just showing that he's like the coolest guy.
Gang, gang. That's what I feel.
It's great. It's so great. But then onto chapter 16, we get
Okay, we're flying through this.
a hollow attacking this. I like this hollow's design a lot. It's like a big centipede
No,
guy.
I do too. It looks cool.
I'm a fan.
I dig it.
But then Kon is fighting, or the Mod Soul's fighting him, and it's clear that like he's designed well, like his purpose works, because even in Ichigo's human body, he can put up somewhat of a fight against this hollow. Then Ichigo's getting mad at him for like messing with his body, but then you get this really cool realization that the Mod Soul does have compassion, because like since he was condemned to death, he's like thought about how everything has the right to live and we shouldn't like take it away, so he like refuses to even let ants die, which is real wholesome.
I mean, yeah, I don't like ants, but good for him.
Oh, I
Actually, I don't
ants
mind
are
ants.
cool.
I don't
like wasps.
I don't mind them.
Yeah, but like
Dude, there's
ants,
been some
ants keep
crazy
to
wasps
themselves.
around campus. I don't know if you've noticed that.
No, I have wasps at home. I'm not a fan. But then Kisuke shows up and just bonks him, takes the little candy out of Ichigo's noggin. Then Rukia is like, "Oh no, you can't take that. I bought it, so it's mine." And then Kisuke, I really like how Kisuke is a very like morally dubious character, you know?
Yeah.
Because you get this creepy look from him where he's just like, if something bad happens with this Mod Soul and you get in trouble with the Soul Society, I'm not dealing with it.
Not my responsibility there.
Mm-hmm. Then you just get a cute little exchange between Rukia and Ichigo.
Rukia.
Where
Proud of you.
Where she's just like, don't thank me, I've been thanked. I like Rukia a lot. And then I love these little sketches at the end. First, the little saunter of Kisuke, where he's like, things are gonna get dicey. That's adorable. And then just all the
Things
little
are
animal
gonna get
heads
dicey.
of the different soul candies you can get.
I like the inclusion of this kind of stuff at the end of a manga. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it's kind of an older thing. Newer series don't do it as much. Also, just because like these are clearly like literal pencil sketches, and most authors don't sketch in pencil anymore. Also, important lore that will be learned later, but Rukia's favorite one is Chappie the bunny. Like, she likes bunnies.
That's great. I love that. It's so wholesome.
And then on the next page, we get some more little character like panel things, and these are real cute because we just get information on Orihime and Chad himself.
Chad's such a Chad.
He likes tomatoes.
Well, that's where he and I disagree, but teach their own.
I'm not a huge fan of. Likes loud shirts. That's true.
I like that description of him a lot. Likes loud shirts.
Let's see. Orihime likes cheese and butter. I can agree with her there. There's 3 things Orihime and I both like. It's cheese, butter, and Ichigo.
You big Ichigo simp?
Oh yeah,
Are you a Twitcher for Ichigo?
Ichigo is a cool guy. I also just like Ichigo because he's so different from the other people in the big 3. Because like, I love Naruto and Luffy, but they're very loud. They're both
very
loud
similar
people.
too.
And they like, and it's a big good thing in shonen that like the main characters have like big goals, but Ichigo doesn't really have that. He's just kind of dropped into this situation. He's like,
I guess I'll help figure this bullshit out.
Oh no, this hot girl gave me her powers and now she's living in my closet. Guess I better fight some skeletons.
As a simple teenage boy does.
Yeah, he's doing his best with what he's got. Dude, I don't think we talked about this in part 1, but I just think it's some interesting lore. So Ichigo's hair is naturally orange, but there's multiple ways you can look at why the series is named Bleach. And the first and like most obvious is when you bleach black hair, like if you don't bleach it all the way, you get orange, and that's like a delinquent thing, and that's why people assume Ichigo's a delinquent, is that they think he bleaches his hair even though it's his natural hair color because of his like mom's lighter hair.
What is it with Japan and like, is there legitimately students that are like delinquents? Or is that just a weird like stereotype they like?
I mean, I'm sure like what we see as delinquents in manga is like way over exaggerated, but like I'm sure there are delinquents. I'm sure people who like wear their uniforms incorrectly and dye their hair are way rarer though.
I wonder how common that is. I don't know. I'd love to see.
I don't know. I would.
Because I know like yarus aren't like a ridiculous concept. Like they're a real thing.
Yeah, but I think it's more of like a fashion thing than it is like actual high schoolers. I don't know. But the other meaning for Bleach that's kind of more applicable to the series is how bleaching
The
is
assholes like, bleached.
Oh.
Is that not where you were going with that?
Tempted to end it early after that, but no, I'm gonna get through this. Is that bleaching is like what they do to the souls they find because they're purifying them and cleansing them and removing
that's probably more.
Yeah, all of the
that makes sense.
Pain and suffering and sin from them and turning them pure so they can move on, which is
get rid of the sin. Get rid of the sin.
I think that's pretty cool.
That's pretty poetic.
Yeah, but that's volume 2 of Bleach. Again, just these early, just kind of fun, character-centric chapters. They're just a nice, relaxing time. I personally am enjoying rereading them.
They're nice to read. They're simple, quick.
Yeah, just taking it slow. It's gonna it'll be. I'm very excited to see what you think when like things start to pick up. Again, we gotta temper our like expectations because things are just gonna kind of be chill for a while. But,
ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'll be a good time. But I'm also very curious to see what you think as we move on into
deeper into the series.
Yeah, things the status quo getting shaken up. But for now, I think we're done. So
yeah, it's pretty good. Quick little sesh. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so you tune in next week for another manga or anime review and maybe even another Bleach review. We'll see where we are, where this gets released. But as always, comment below if you have any recommendations for us.
Yeah, I mean, we always love to see what you guys want to do, and we're always and stuff because it's sometimes harder to think of video ideas than you expect.
Well, or we have video ideas and we don't feel motivated to consume the media necessary for them. Speaking of which, Detective Conan review coming down the pipeline. Promise.
I hope us saying we're gonna watch Detective Conan turns into Will Gags and it'll happen.
I read the chapters. I have read the chapters. Morris and I almost did it. Because
I thought you guys were gonna.
We were gonna, but then he came over and he hadn't read them yet, and I was like, well, it's kind of late, and I don't want to just sit here while you read them, because it'll take a while, because Moore's kind of slow.
He is a bad English major.
I mean, yeah, but no, it's fine. But yeah, so that will be coming as soon as one of my co-hosts reads it and we sit down to record. I'm ready. I read it. Now I won't give you my thoughts here because that'd be a spoiler, but I think we're good to go.
Yeah, no, for sure. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
「例えるのならマジで